Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Mania Marathon, wherein I play through all of Sonic the Hedgehog's greatest games, or at the least, the ones that I own. Yeah, at the least the ones that I own anyway. One player, Hero Story. This is the game that I had when 3D Sonic was a thing. The cutscenes are better, but I'm gonna go ahead and skip them so we can get straight to this. Woo!
Attention all units. Suspect seen heading south. Block all major roads and capture the suspect.
So there's some fun little things that I do know about this game. That Sonic's shoes are only this way because of, like, a brand deal for some kind of skateboard things, or sneakers. Probably the sneaker, not the skateboard thing. Now, I had this game on the GameCube, so Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, and all that such and such. How dare you? I should have known you shoot me, because that's what happens if I jump at you from that angle. And because I had this game on the GameCube, the GameCube days were the days when I was absolutely the most into playing games and completing them and such. So, I got all of the emblems and unlocked the Green Hill Zone stage, and it only took me like 4 years to do it. Maybe 4 years. It took a long time. There was actual effort involved. And I didn't have it for very long after that, because then the GameCube died, memory card died, something went wrong, and we even lost our Chow in the process. So I haven't really gone back into the Chow Garden of... yeah. That was maybe a bit too big of a jump there, Sonic. Yes, I don't play the Chow Garden version, or Chow Gardens in this anymore, because all of the lost Chow. And it's a very long-winded process, raising Chow. And if you don't do it right, they will not be reborn, or reincarnated, or however it wound up working, and they eventually die. And then you're sitting there like, I was playing a Sonic game, I didn't expect something to actually be able to die in it. Whoops, too early. Oh, by the way, a truck is trying to murder me. Oh, there's Big the Cat. I mean, Big Sonic. As far as I could tell in the GameCube version, he didn't show up. And all the time I spent on the game FAQs and reading different reviews and walkthroughs and cheat codes and all that such, everyone kept saying you could see Big the Cat in all these different places. And I kept looking at those places, and I never saw him. Because no one who was doing those thought it was a good idea to say they weren't in the GameCube edition. Or there was a GameCube edition they weren't in. Come on! Stop strafing me with a machine gun and do something productive. Like stopping so I can beat you up. So overall, they really went through and improved every single mechanic they could find in this game. So Sonic moves smoother, he doesn't fall through the walls and all that jazz.
What?
Now, a weird thing is, this game has some mild struggles with its sound. No, not struggles. They gave each character a general, like, musical vibe to it. So Sonic's got the kind of rock and roll. I don't recall the. I know that I used to know the actual name the genre was given. Then they gave Knuckles really bad hip hop. It's got all the lyrics and everything going on. It's frightening. So, I didn't talk about the Emerald collecting in the original Sonic Adventure, because I felt like I'd just do all of my conversations about it while playing this Sonic Adventure. So in this one, it's mostly shattered pieces of the Master Emerald, because Eggman shows up and he's all like, yeah, I'm gonna steal your rock, dude. And then Knuckles is like, you can't steal it if it's broken. And, you know, so he breaks it. Ah, there it is. Hey, no. There we go.
I found him.
I don't think I've had to get a piece from there before. That was annoying. The wind kept grabbing me and pulling me up. So it's all the shattered pieces of the Master Emerald, which he broke. Oh yeah. And then, of course, there's the conversation about the hero in the Dark story. So, hero story, you play through as the Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails team. And the Dark story, you play as Shadow, and Rouge, and Eggman. Okay. Then, Tails is like that. It's really, really peppy and high energy for the Tails theme song. The interesting thing about playing as Tails is, if you get hit when you don't have any rings, you don't die because he has a health bar. I think we're about to do a level with him, so I can talk more about that. So instead of just racing again as Tails, you're playing as a little mech. The Tails on foot does still exist in this game whenever you go to the Chow Garden, so you can still technically fly around as Tails. So when you take damage, you gotta collect rings to slowly get your health back, or find medical kits inside of the prize bubble things. And during this game, you also get upgrades like before, but instead of having to do very not even slightly explained puzzles to find them in adventure worlds, there are no adventure worlds, so you just find them in the level when they're needed to progress. Or in the case of some of the secret-based ones, you have to work and find them. You still collect animals and go to Chow Garden and... And when Omo Chow starts telling you things you already know, you can shoot him. Your little text box was in my way, Omo Chow. I need to be able to focus on the robots I'm shooting. Oh, also, we're totally blowing up the military's robots. It's not Eggmans that we're fighting. I don't think there are any Eggman bots in this either. They were like, let's change it up so that playing as Eggman, you don't have to blow your own stuff up and confuse yourself. Yeah, big explosions. For getting the A ranks, you gotta get all the points, and you build up large laser beam combos, and you earn more. It's great like that. Puzzles. Yeah, you blow up the robots, and you get these little capsules that you can then feed to your Chow to make them more powerful. That robot just didn't even start up. Ooh, look, secrets.
I did it!
They cut out the adventure stages. So you go from level to level to level with cutscenes in between. Generally, much better cutscenes than in Sonic Adventure, because they tell you what's going on, but also they're not required in order for you to... Well, they tell you what's going on, and you don't get lost in the adventure stages because they were really bad at telling you what to do. Okay. This particular level is my favorite level. I just really like it a lot. Hey look, an upgrade. Oh, and instead of having to like charge it up as you did in the original, whoosh, you just tap the B button. It's so much nicer. Takes out a lot of waiting, which you really shouldn't be doing in an action-y platformer like this. Now, I hope that I'm actually speaking because those jets are loud to me. Oh my. So this is the level that I would spend ages and ages perfecting. And all of my perfectionist strategies aren't necessarily going to be usable because I don't have all the upgrades. We'll see if I can do this. maximum pointage. Of course, getting an A rank isn't an option because after dying you lose all your points. But it's fun to do the hard way. Yeah, zoom.
Do you know who I am?
Shadow's so dark and edgy. I like him. He's got this backstory and everything, and it has to be taken into consideration that everything in the cutscenes is very, very cheesy. Like, you grill it and then you got yourself quite the meal there. But the overall, like, story beats, they're alright. And Shadow's story is actually a good one. It's a good story. So I did make sure not to play through the entirety of this game so as to not potentially spoil my enjoyment. Whoopsie cadoodles. Oh yeah, the island's gonna blow up in 8 minutes. Gotta go fast. Now I have that same little absorby thing that allows me to do the super speedy Crushionation attack, which isn't very fun to use because it's still pretty glitchy. Having the lightning shield makes taking ring zips a little bit more difficult. Ah, falling. Done. Oh no, everything's exploding. In a mountainous region. Yeah, Knuckles just spends the whole storyline just doing whatever. Oh look, ghosts. And then the music restarts. Uh-oh. Be really nice if the first hint was just which mountain. So Knuckles now has the ability to dig and find the emeralds if they're buried. I did not mean to activate that television. That cost me points and they were supposed to be mine. Kill the ghost. Knuckles can punch a ghost to death. So, a slight annoying moment is the fact that Knuckles' radar in Sonic Adventure will tell you if you're near any piece. But in Sonic Adventure 2, it only focuses on the piece that you are currently looking for. My pumpkin. Nice. I still could jump there, game. But you knew that, so you buried it. Just to kind of be incredibly ridiculous. Oh, and this little temple thing is where you play the Mystic Melody, and it's usually involved in finding lost Chow throughout the special missions. Wood somewhere around here. Yay!
I found him.
A rank Knuckles stage. I'm very good at those. Because I've figured out generally how to find the emeralds. You spend a lot of time learning how the maps work. Going for 100%. But yeah, this is where he blows up the moon, isn't it? That's no moon! That's a space station! With his face on it! He's going to kill us all! Kid Boom! Hi, Amy. Where did you come from?
Half of the moon is gone?
Oh no, Tails is under arrest because Eggman blew up the moon. The biggest weakness of the overall narrative of the Sonic Adventure series is that humans, not that they exist, but that they have the Chaos Emeralds. Ha! Wait a minute, am I allowed to do that? In the original games, Sonic is just finding these mystical elements and such. And yeah, he's probably stealing them or whatever, but he's just finding them and everything. I don't know, I may have accidentally skipped over a power-up. And I should be able to do the hover jets, but I may have screwed everything up. And if I did, that'll be the perfect note for the finale. Stop shooting me with missiles! No! Crushed by a freeway to death. Alright, I'm gonna run backwards. I'm gonna make a mild mistake while running backwards. Yeah, I had forgotten to grab the booster. Because I'm so good at this game. Sequence break! Speaking of sequence breaks, that's going to be the end of this episode. Me and Eggman and his little kitty cat friend are going to have to say goodbye. But the Mania Marathon will continue in the future. So, stay tuned. Yeah.